Good morning and welcome to today's video. So today is Vlogtober day 3 and it is day 2 of the 13 files of Halloween. This is a mini series during Vlogtober which is being sponsored by Jill of the Scrapaholic and Wicked Designs by Jill, and her information is linked in the description down below. Full disclaimer, I have been provided all of the files free of charge for making these videos. All of these supplies are my own or I have purchased them. Alright, so I know growing up that during Halloween, for class parties, it was a lot of candy. And back in the 90s, food allergies weren't a really big thing. But I will tell you that my mom would have loved what I'm going to be sharing with you today because it would have been one less piece of candy. So what can you do instead of all the sugary candy at a classroom party? Crayons. And you're probably going, Lena, what you talking about? Well, today I'm going to be sharing with you a Cricut file or an SVG file that you can use for your Cricut or your Silhouette that is a crayon tic-tac-toe board that's sure to be a hit whether at a classroom party or even handing out for trick-or-treating. So there were two options for this file when Jill sent it to me. There was either just a square or a scalloped edge. I have chosen to use the scalloped edge. I've already done some sizing, but I'm going to show you how to do it yourself. So once again, we are back in Cricut Design Space. I'm going to go over here to my upload because I already have it in my saved images, and I'm going to scroll down, and here we go. We have a tic-tac-toe board, and we're going to insert our image. Now, something that I do want to point out to you is that everything currently is a cut file, and this is going to change by the time we are done. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to shrink this down to a 7.75 width. It will make it a 7 by 7.75 by 9.92 size piece. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to ungroup this because this is the only way we're going to be able to do the changes that we need to do. So we're going to simply ungroup. Now everything is, this is its own little file. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to our far right where all of the layers are for this file. And as you can see, they all say cut. But we don't want to cut these tic-tac-toe pieces because then there'd be nothing there. So what we're going to do is we're going to, with our control button, we're going to select all of the little hashtags. Okay, we've got all we can there. We're going to keep scrolling down and they are all selected. So over here in the top left corner, you'll see that it says cut. We want to click on it and we want to draw. Now, all of these are going to be a draw instead of a cut. So if we were to go to make it, all the little tic-tac-toe pieces would be on one and the border and the cards would be on another. So I'm simply going to drag my cursor across and it's now selected everything. And I'm going to click on attach. Now this has made this one full piece. So if I were to go over here and click make it, we aren't using my computer to make it. We're just going to show you what it kind of looks like. As you can see, it is now one whole piece. So you're probably going, well, Lena, doesn't that take up a whole lot of paper? Depending on how you're going to make it, yes. But what I am going to be using for this project is some inexpensive paper that I picked up at Walmart. In the crafting section, they have a Walmart brand of paper. And I am simply going to take the white paper. It doesn't look white, but I promise it is. And you'll see it more when we go to cut. I'm just going to use the white paper to make these. So as you can see right in here, these are little cuts and circles. That is where we will put in our crayons. So all those crayons that you bought extra at back to school are going to come in perfect for this project. All right, let's cancel out of cutting from here. Let's save the project and we'll meet you over at the Cricut. So we have our project here on the tablet. We've hit start. And the first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to need to pick a marker. And I think since we are just going to be making a tic-tac-toe board, I think I will just use a simple black marker. As you can see, it is ready for me to start. And on my tablet, it tells me load black pen, fine point blade. It doesn't have to be a black marker. I am choosing to use black simply because this is just a simple tic-tac-toe board. So I've inserted my pen. Now it's just time to cut and draw. All right, so it is done cutting, it is done drawing, and this is what we end up with. So down here is where you slip in your crayon. I have a 64 count box of crayons here. I'm just going to pick a couple colors. Let's do a yellow and a green. It doesn't matter. So I will take and thread the crayons through the holes. They do go through, you just kind of have to work them a little bit. And sometimes if you fold the little knot, you actually have to see that, fold them in a little bit. That does help when you thread your crayon through, because it's going to just, it's going to look like this when I get it shown to you. Whoops. It helps if you lay it down on the table and kind of twist the crayon. It is delicate because it is a fine piece of cut paper and you don't want to rip it. So I'm just twisting the first one. All right, the first one's in. Show that to you. So we're making progress. We've got the first crayon in. My suggestion is if you are doing this for a classroom party, this really needs to be an adult done activity. Make an extra one. I'll show you one ripped while I was working on it. It's gonna happen. But if you have kids help you with this, because the paper is so delicate, you're gonna end up with more ripped than accomplished. So make an extra sheet and let your kids play tic-tac-toe or color on them if you so choose. So I'm starting to thread my second crayon through. And while these were cutting and drawing, I was thinking, because I am a travel agent, so I'm always trying to think of how can I use crafting to benefit my clients. Well, if I know of a client that has kids and they're going on a trip, whether it's by plane, train, automobile, I could definitely make up a batch of these little colorings and give them to the kids, because they can play them and it's a little bit of a fun activity. All right, so we are done. So you have 2 crayons, 4 tic-tac-toe boards, and a fun activity, whether you use it for a classroom party, whether you use it for trick-or-treating, whether you decide, hey, we're going on a road trip and I don't want to hear, are we there yet, 500 times. I can do these. And, you know, if you're going in the car, you don't really have to thread the crayons in. Just hand in the box and say, here you go, have at it. But these are perfect. And you know what? It's a sugarless treat that I know a lot of parents will appreciate. So again, thank you so much to Jill from the Scrapaholic for sponsoring the 13 Files of Halloween. I hope you are all having a fantastic day. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are new to the channel, I hope that you are enjoying Vlogtober and the 13 Files of Halloween. Make sure to subscribe, like the video. It helps with analytics, and we will see you tomorrow for another video. Bye, y'all!